Good morning, Cold Front Mafia. Who are you?
I'm Easton.
This is my son, 11 years old. His name is Easton. We're just hopping on here and trying to see how this works. We've never done this before, so we're going to go live. This will be posted later. Game day, Sunday, the 7th of December. And the Bills take on the Bengals in Orchard Park at 1 p.m. We need to get out of the house here in the Cold Front family today because we actually have a birthday party to go to of a elderly family member. Like to be upset at that family member for having a birthday party on the day of a Buffalo Bills game. But, it's not their fault. It is what it is. So we're going to let that slide. We'll be paying attention to the game, but we're going to take a look at this and see what we can do. I don't know how this is working, if it is working or what have you. So a couple of things that we want to go over for this morning. I want to take a look at this real fast. Easton, first of all, while I'm trying to figure this out, why don't you tell everybody who you are and what you think is going to happen today during this game?
I'm Easton Corbett. I think that Keon's gonna have a big day again. I think he's gonna have a touchdown.
Think he's going to get in the end zone again?
Get in the end zone, yeah.
It's great.
If we keep either Keon or Dawson Knox in the slot, I think we'll be fine on a post route. Or
Post route?
Yeah, post route or slant.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Well, I think I agree. We went over our keys to the game a couple of days ago, and if you'll notice here, the Cincinnati Bengals have statistically the worst defense in the NFL. I think that some of it is due to their, lack of offense during Joe Burrow's absence. However, Joe Flacco did show signs of
Improvement.
Yeah, and putting up some numbers. However, all in all, Joe Burrow being on this team is changing things quite a bit. So defensively, it's hard to put up when you don't have your full team intact. Now, the Bengals give up 410 yards of offense. Their defense gives up 410 yards of offense per game, which is by far worse than the NFL. And one of my keys the other day was actually right here. If you can notice this note, tight ends. Now listen, everybody, Dalton Kincaid is still labeled yesterday as doubtful, I believe. Was it doubtful or questionable?
Still possible.
It's possible. Excuse me. If not Dalton Kincaid, I'm assuming that Dawson Knox really gets involved in today's game because their defense against both slot receivers and tight ends are almost dead last in the NFL in both of them. So they do not. Let's see here. Yeah, all right. So status is out for Terrell Bernard, as we knew. Joey Bosa's out. Spencer Brown questionable. This is as of yesterday. Dion is a full go.
Good.
He cleared concussion protocol, as did T. Higgins for the Cincinnati Bengals. So that was kind of a question mark for them, but he will be playing today. T. Higgins, he cleared concussion protocol just like Deion Dawkins did. Dalton Kincaid is questionable. I thought he was doubtful, but Joshua Palmer is doubtful, and we'll get into him in a few minutes here. But I just want to show you guys this.
The Bengals also run a very weak zone. We were watching some film on the Ravens game. I don't know.
From last week?
Yeah. They gave some cushion.
Yeah.
I just don't think
they
the Ravens had the best game.
They absolutely do give cushion. Their linebacking crew, their second line of defense is not so great, which is part of the reason why. I'm going to show you this here. Take a look. We have, we'll get into the Morgan Fox thing as well, but right here, Terrell Bernard out, Joey Bosa out, Spencer Brown out. This is directly from Bill's PR. Kincaid questionable, Joshua Palmer doubtful. So if Kincaid is a go, yeah, Hawes is good. That was, I don't know. I think that was more precautionary than anything, if I'm being honest. Hawes is a go though. If we if we have Dalton Kincaid, I think he's going to have a huge game. And I think that even Dawson Knox might anyways, along with Jackson Hawes. I think that they're going to get their fair share because their second line of defense, those linebackers, really are not – they're not good in coverage. I think they're better at run defense, if I'm being honest, than they are in coverage, although their rush defense is also 31st in the league, giving up 153 yards a game. So it's going to be the question of weather. What is the weather like here in upstate New York today? And in Orchard Park specifically. We have a 70% chance of snow accumulation, I think, between 1 and 3 inches for today, starting actually in an hour or so in Orchard Park, which will mean 11:30 Eastern time, an hour and a half before kickoff.
Cincinnati's not going to be ready for that.
Maybe not. Cincinnati obviously has they come from Ohio, not too far from Buffalo, and they're not exactly known for fantastic weather, but that doesn't mean that they won't get a little flustered by this. It wasn't snowing at all I think they played were they in Baltimore last week or were they in Cincinnati? I forget, to be honest with you, but that was only Joe Burrow's first game back from his injury, which he was out. I think they were in Cincinnati. So it was cold, but it wasn't snowing. Joe Burrow's first game back from his injury that brought him, I think it was 9 or 10 weeks out. Last week, my apologies, was in Baltimore, not in
Cincinnati.
Correct. So we hope that weather plays a factor, quite frankly, because the Bills are so good against or during inclement weather. They're built for December. We went over this a couple of days ago in our pregame show talking about our keys. They're built they're built to run the football. They're built to stop the rush. I don't think that go Bills. Chris Henry, appreciate you. The idea that they're made and built to run, thankfully they re-signed and extended James Cook this offseason, right? That was huge. We have him for another 4 years. The offensive line is built for rush. I mean, they're one of the better pass blocking cores also in the NFL, but we're really built for cold weather. And in the last, I want to say 4 years since Josh's tenure, I think, maybe 2020, not his whole entire career, but since 2020, I think we're 15-2 or so in the month of December. So this is a big game here. But being that T. Higgins is playing like we just mentioned, and he cleared protocol, a lot of people think this will be a shootout. I technically don't.
I disagree also.
Okay.
Put Cam Lewis on T. Higgins.
Mm-hmm.
Put Hairston and Christian Benford on what's his name? Jamar Chase.
Okay.
And I think Deion Walker's gonna get through the line. Get to Joe Burrow.
Okay.
Same with Greg Russo and
So let's recap what you were saying. Cam Lewis. You think Cam Lewis will be on T. Higgins? Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Now, what about – so what are you saying? You're not, unfortunately, I don't think that they're going to take two cornerbacks in Benford and Maxwell Harrison and double them up onto Jamar Chase, not with the two cornerbacks.
I agree.
Okay.
What I'm saying is I think they'll both be on the same side as Jamar.
Okay, well, generally, if you have help, like I said this a few days ago, I do believe that we will have to double Jamar Chase almost all game. And what I mean by double is even if we're locking up in man for a specific play with Benford or Hairston, I personally think that Hairston should be on Jamar Chase and Benford should be on T. Higgins. Benford's bigger boy, stronger on the inside or on the slot or the outside, bigger body, closely resembling DK Metcalf. Now, I'm not saying T. Higgins is anywhere close to the size and strength of DK Metcalf, but he's more of a physical threat than Jamar Chase is. So I think that Maxwell Harrison with his twitchy speed is better suited to cover Jamar Chase. But either way, wherever Chase is, I think we have to have deep help over the top. So to your point, whether it is Maxwell or Benford, I do believe that a deep safety will have to be behind whoever that is covering him in help. I think it's Cole Bishop, but it might be Jordan
Cole
Poyer.
Bishop, yeah.
Either one. It could be Jordan Poyer as well.
I think Jordan Poyer's going to cover the slot, man. I think
could. And T. Higgins, I mean, they you know, these guys actually, I think they play all around. Chase is predominantly on the outside, but T. Higgins will play on the outside opposite of Jamar Chase or on the inside. He plays some slot as well. He kind of plays all over the field, if I'm being honest. But I agree with what you're saying. Go Bills, Chris Henry. Go Bills, baby. Huge game.
Love that profile picture.
Yeah, J.A. in the snow in front of Highmark, which is soon to be, unfortunately, the old Highmark. We don't like that, but it is what it is. The new stadium's also supposed to be beautiful, so that's good. I'm going to show you guys one example here of a video that I had thrown out briefly yesterday. Where are we here? Yeah, let's take a look at this.
The Bills cannot run the football and establish their run game against the Bengals. I fear that we're going to get in a little bit of a trouble here when it comes to
exploit and not be overly cautious. You see, this is last week against the Steelers. Now, I'm not saying the Steelers are the Bengals, okay? But I am saying that I think between the two of them, they have some similarities. And if we can establish the run at all this week, which I think we will try to, Joe Brady will certainly try to establish some run, being that they are the 31st ranked rush defense. Not saying we're going to run for 250 yards like we did last week. That would be pretty difficult. But what I am saying is I think that we will try to attempt it, and this is why we should. And this is a problem if we cannot run the football. Well, let's just take a look.
Yeah.
I'll get into
a little bit of a play action.
Okay.
I'm going to stop you right
There was
here.
a little play action with a fake toss,
field.
right? Now look at Brandon
Josh
Cooks here. That came, I believe, out
of
was he? No, he's wide. He's almost in a slot area, but he's the only single wide man. A little fake toss to Ty Johnson. James Cook swings out the other way to the top of the screen. But look at this wide open pocket. Where do you think Josh Allen throws this football?
Hit this crosser dig pattern. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
that's what you would think.
You would hope. You would hope so.
This
is last week. I don't know if you remember this play. I didn't until I started watching film.
If we're not running
yes, he does. Now watch this linebacking crew.
On that small play action.
I'm gonna release this here. You see all these circles, but you see the big portion of empty space in that zone with Brandon Cooks. You see, this is what I was labeling. Josh Allen's head and his eyes, if we look right here after that after that play action, his eyes were down the center of the field, which is in line with both Dawson Knox and Brandon Cooks. So it's not like he was looking left, and this pocket that I'm referencing, this huge circle in the middle of the screen, was on the other side or the opposite side of the field, and he couldn't see it even with peripheral vision. It's not that he could not see this. He's looking.
It wasn't like James Cook.
That's right. If he's looking far left on a little swing route or a flat route to James Cook, and here comes Brandon Cooks on a dig at 15 or 20 yards downfield on the right side of the field, yeah, I can see how he might have missed this, but he doesn't. And look at the space between Knox and the linebackers.
And
what is this? What is this space?
So I think he would have got what?
That's a yard or two. What is this space?
That's
5, 6, 7, 5. That's 6, 7, 8 yards from either. I didn't mean it. That was a joke. That wasn't a joke. I didn't even mean it. He's between 6 and 8 yards from any defender. And Josh Allen, this is kind of been what he's been doing almost all year. He's being aggressive once in a while, but not often enough. Now, I've said for weeks he needs to take what's given to him. Check the ball down, take the easy options, get 5, 6 yards a play.
That pass needs to come here to Brandon.
Yeah, that's a dig route to Brandon Cooks. Yeah.
In this game, I'm a little nervous that Josh and his lack
Want me to go back?
of some aggressiveness in the football, this linebacking.
Yeah, that's a dig route.
Dig pattern by Brandon Cooks.
Yeah, it's a deep in right here. Brandon Cooks.
Okay, I see it.
This is Knox on a little. Oh no, that's Ty Johnson.
Ty
Johnson. Yeah.
This linebacking group.
So let's run this through.
Let me here to Brandon Cooks to be looking deep enough and aggressive.
I just think that
you tell me
he needs
who
to.
has line of vision. Nervous.
Okay, here's how I'll label it. Taking what the defense is giving you is not always
but one
dink and dunks. It's not always underneath. It's not always a 3-yard route. It's not always a bubble screen or a 2-yard hitch. It's not always throwing the ball backwards on a swing pattern to Ty Johnson. This play right here, sending that play to Brandon Cooks, that ball to Brandon Cooks, would literally be taking what the defense gives you. That's my opinion. That's where I think if this game goes to a shootout, you cannot rely on 3-4 yard routes all day long, especially if you turn the ball over, which we cannot. Oh, I know. And this was successful, but this was 9 yards or so on a 3rd and 7 or something like that. 2nd and 7. I'm just saying that to do this all day, if we turn the ball over, which is another key to our game that we went through on Wednesday, you got to win the turnover battle from here into the rest of the season, quite frankly. But you cannot not have chunk plays if you got to score 40-something points to win a game, which a lot of people are thinking they're going to have to score 35 or more to beat the Bengals because they think the Bengals will put up 30 points today because their offense is legit. So what do you think about that? If you remember the Bucs game, we scored 44 points. How many chunk plays did we have? We had 2 touchdowns over 45 yards, I believe.
And Keon's touchdown was somewhat of a chunk. That was 15 to 20 yards. No,
he didn't play against. It was over close to us on our side against Tampa. Terrell Shavers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was 44 or 45 yards, and then Ty Johnson had another 50 or 55 yard.
That was a screen.
Yeah, a little swing screen pass. Kind of like this route that they're doing in this play here.
You literally hate the screens, and then you get excited when we score with them.
I will say the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think every week on 3rd and long, they send Ty Johnson on this exact pattern right here that he's running. And
they have a screen.
Yeah, they have a screen set into play. Dawson Knox and Brandon Cooks would be blocking at this moment. And they send the swing pattern. He throws the ball literally along the line of scrimmage. I start screaming, horrible play. What are we doing? And then he's converted on that 3rd down, I think 3 out of 3 times in the last – I think he's ran it at least once per week the last 3 weeks, and I've screamed every single time, one of which ended up being a 55 or 60-yard touchdown right in front of our face on the side of the field that we were on.
I thought it was 40, 45, something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Whatever it was a long touchdown, and it made me kind of shut my mouth a little bit. So anyway, I'll take it. If I get upset and then they end up scoring touchdowns, I will absolutely take it. I want to bring this up now. Get rid of this here. As far as that goes right there, just all I'm saying is take what's given to you, no question, but it doesn't have to be it. Taking what's given to you is not always just 2-3 yard routes and options. It always doesn't have to be the 2nd, 3rd, 4th progression. It doesn't mean that a 15, 18 yard route is not open and don't throw it there.
Right.
If it's wide open, like that was, take it. One of the best arms potentially ever to play football.
You also don't like when Josh tries getting more yards than we can get and it goes incomplete. So what?
Say that again.
I agree with you. So
what don't I like?
There's people open for 4 or 5 yards.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And you get upset when he throws for 10+ yards, which I don't disagree with.
You're right.
At the same time, that play could have been dangerous, but I think Brandon Cooks, all right, first game probably shouldn't, but he could have abandoned his route for a post route. And I think he would have got
on his reception or
go back to that.
Oh, this play?
Yeah, back to that play.
Yeah, hit add. Yeah, hit add.
Oh, I can't. I was unable to see him.
If the Bills cannot run the football and establish their run game,
what do you want to see?
I fear that we're going to get in a little bit of a trouble here. I'm going to stop you right here. Look at the center of this
That's
field.
him.
Yeah.
If he runs
Josh
this way,
opts
he's
not
gonna
to,
follow him.
although
He's
his
possibly
eyes
gonna
are right
follow
down the
him.
middle here. He opts,
Yes.
excuse me.
But he
not
does.
to.
That's what he
Look at
does.
this
Let
Right,
this
Brandon
roll.
Cooks
pattern.
could
I'm sorry, not
abandon
crossing.
and
Big pattern by
go
Brandon Cooks.
upfield.
He goes to
Yeah,
a
but then he's
reliable
running into
option,
that other
yes,
safety.
in
It's
Dalton
on top of
Hayden's
Shavers. I
defense
mean, I
just
know
off
what
for
you're
9
saying.
yards. But one,
I
if you're
get the
not running, and
concept of what you're
secondly,
saying, but hold
having
on,
Lon,
let's.
that pass needs to come here, made to that second
Still,
long
first game
sustainable
also.
drives.
So if it
This
doesn't
pass
work out,
here
it's
needs to
gonna
be
be an
made
issue.
to that
Look at this.
second
He's
level.
still got
That pass
space
needs to
everywhere he
come here with
goes.
Brandon
Yeah.
Cooks.
He
It's
still
easy
has
to put
space.
That's
I mean, I get what
after
you're.
he has
in
the
this
ball.
game. I'm
That's
giving him
after.
the
Oh,
rest of
that's
the
right. That's
drive
after Knox
and
has
his
the
lack
football.
of
You're right.
some
You're right.
aggressiveness at
I don't know. If
points
that
at
ball
times
gets let
if we're not
go
running the 9 yards.
right
But
here
one, if we're
while
not
he's
running the
looking
football,
down
this linebacking group
down
does
the
not
middle of the
bite
field,
on that
Brandon Cook
small
catches
play
this
action.
ball about
And
this hash,
secondly,
the left
if you
side
cannot
hash
run the
probably,
football and
I
you're not
see
having long
with his momentum
sustainable
on that day
drives,
going,
this pass here
north.
needs
See
to
that?
be
Yeah.
made to that second
Oh,
level.
Yeah.
That pass
that
needs to come
almost
here
was
for
a
Brandon Cooks. If we
a
need to put up
modified
35,
post route.
40 points to win
He
this
didn't
game,
break
I'm
it
a
off
little
and right
nervous
angle
that
back to
Josh
the middle of the
and
field. He
his
kind
lack
of
of some
he kind of loops
aggressiveness at
a little bit
points
more like a
at
post.
times.
Anyway, I don't know. I bring that up as an option because, or as an example, because I know it sticks out when I'm watching some film that there are options in almost this entire year. A lot of media and social media people and Bills fans and some non-fans as well, of course, are saying wide receivers, nobody's open. And the wide receiver room is horrible. And we can't get separation. And Brandon Beane is the worst GM of all time. And Joe Brady can't, come up with anything. Now I get upset with Joe Brady too, because I think that some of his short yardage situations have been brutal. Although lately we've converted at a little bit better clip than we were in the, let's say, middle of the season. But when you watch film, these receivers are open. There are options. Hence Brandon Cooks right there. Now I know we converted that first down anyways for a 9-yard pass to Dawson Knox.
Yeah.
But Brandon Cooks is open. And if that's a 25-yard reception, just add that to the docket, which hasn't happened often. So one more thing before we got to get going here. Let's take a look at this. This is kind of, I don't know if it's funny. I think it is kind of funny. And we don't know much about it, but
about Josh Allen's slide a couple weeks ago.
Oh no.
Where he, like,
We
faked
could.
that
We could. I don't
thing.
have that clip. Well, no. Well, last week he got hit and it really disrupted or
what's his name?
pissed everyone off on that Bills team,
Who
including
hit
Josh
him?
Allen. Cam Hayward.
He was running his mouth all game.
Yes, he did. And for no reason. Josh Allen didn't kick anybody. Cam Hayward said he was kneed or something in the stomach. No, you weren't, sir. We saw the replay. I mean, I'd be the first one to admit if somebody gets kneed in the stomach on the bottom of a pile and you weren't doing anything wrong in terms of laying on them or pressuring or doing what you've done in the history of Cam Hayward, you have been a dirty player. Okay. So I'm almost wanting to say, well, maybe you deserve it anyways, although I'm not going there. But watching the replays, he didn't knee anybody. Yeah. You didn't get hit. You just simply didn't get hit. So let's take a look at this here.
And when Josh threw that, I think it was the touchdown to Keon.
Mm-hmm.
Cam Hayward was still running his mouth. Right?
Right. Somebody on X, I think it was Twitter or somewhere, pointed out that
Elon Musk.
That they thought that Josh Allen didn't even run over to Keon Coleman, and he didn't, to celebrate with him after he threw him that touchdown, but they had forgotten. They had forgotten that Cam Hayward had again gotten in Josh Allen's face after that play, so he was dealing with that versus being able to run over to Keon Coleman.
Right, but at the same time, Josh was he was being a little sarcastic, rightfully so.
He was absolutely jarring back at him, which again, my opinion,
that's what
I feel like he should. Yeah, I would too if I were them. So let's take a look at this. Saw this yesterday, which was whose birthday, by the way?
Yours.
Yeah, you're darn right. Thank you. I'm a whole year older, 39. I feel like I'm
Ancient.
feel like I'm 12. Okay, put this on X. Look at that highline. Skate with Josh Palmer, set for Saturday at Canal Side. So, some flack here.
And he's questionable.
Some flack here. Let's.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That's
just conditioning.
Oh my word! This is what
conditioner.
this headline said. Okay, or what this article said. Fans can skate with Josh Palmer and Billy Buffalo during Saturday's Highmark Mafia skate at Canal Side with raffles, giveaways, and charity component. Remember what we just showed here, spoke about just a few seconds ago, which we'll bring up here just to make it all make sense. You see that? Joshua Palmer designated as doubtful for today's game as of 2 days ago, basically yesterday. So he's doubtful to play. And then the day after that report comes out, he is ice skating with fans?
That's conditioning, Dad. He's conditioning.
Yeah, okay, conditioning. All I know is now when I read this, I about threw up in my mouth. Bills fans had a chance to skate with. I'm hoping, Easton, and I hope I could be wrong, but I'm hoping that what this means is that it's just simply a community event where Josh Palmer is going to hang out with some fans, sign some autographs, of course, take some photos, some selfies, not actually strap on the ice skates and start doing triple Lutz sow cows on the ice skating rink.
God knows who that
while
is.
he is while he is doubtful to play the game, which he is making millions of dollars to so far this year not play. Let's just be honest. He's not playing as much as we need him to play, especially for the 3-year, $29 million contract that he just signed in this offseason. 18 million of which is guaranteed. So he's making 18 million figure skating with fans. If this is right. Again, I'm not trying to be negative. I'm not saying that this is legitimately what it looks like. But what do you think?
I think he's doing acrobatics and doing
God
knows what you just said on
that's
skating.
a triple Lutz, triple sow cow.
Sow
I have
cow?
no idea. I'm just making something up that sounds like something to do with figures or skating at all. Yes, I don't know.
Mission failed.
Okay, fair enough.
Sow cow.
Sow cow.
You
Yeah,
sow cow.
I think that's a sow cow. Watch.
Cow. Yeah.
Sow cow's ice skating. Sow. Oh, it's see
Sow cow.
what I tell you, bro. Look, how to do a single sow cow.
Okay.
Yeah. Question Dad the day after his 39th birthday. Okay, let's just bring this up for a second.
Don't do figure skating,
dude. What? Now we're just gonna show everybody, just so everyone understands how. You see that? See that? Sow cow. SALCHOW. I might have pronounced it a little off, but sow cow. Yes, exactly. Lutz sow cow. the Lutz part I might be wrong, but
search that up.
Lutz figure skating.
Lutz. Oh my god.
Yeah, I knew it. What? Here we go. Okay, we got to do this again. We got to show them this too. Yes, we should. Look at this one now, folks. Lutz. I knew it. The Lutz jump. I've done this. See that? See a little roundabout there?
Okay. Still, at the end of the day,
anyway,
I don't think he was doing
Lutz sow cow.
Cows.
I was saying it incorrectly. SALCHOW. Okay. Let's wrap this up. We got to leave here soon. We're going to get screamed at shortly. T. Higgins playing, right?
Right. There it is.
There it is. Spencer Brown questionable. Dalton Kincaid questionable. I hope Dalton Kincaid plays, I can still see a really good chance of victory, even if Spencer Brown were to rest another week. However,
100%.
Thigh Doctor, who is phenomenal at this, he's a local Buffalo doctor who does a lot for the Buffalo Bills in terms of, I don't think he's affiliated with them. He might be, but he does a lot on social media. He's got a big X presence. And he says that no matter when Spencer Brown comes back, he feels that it doesn't matter. The chance of re-injury will be the same whether he comes back, this week or next week or the week after. It really doesn't matter. And the issue, though, is that there is a pretty high chance of re-injury whenever he may come back. So even without Spencer Brown, I'm pretty confident that we have a good chance to win this game. Now, out Joey Bosa and out Terrell Bernard, but Mr. Fox has been signed.
De'Aaron Fox?
No.
Wait,
Our
he's
new sign.
basketball.
Who are you talking about?
De'Aaron Fox, the basketball player. I don't know what else.
De'Aaron Fox?
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about.
He might play for the Suns. Unless he's retired. I don't know. But
okay. Yeah, I'm not sure.
I wasn't.
Morgan Fox is who I'm speaking of. Morgan Fox has been elevated from the practice squad along with Balin Spector. So because Joey Bosa is out, Morgan Fox should be able to slide in to at some fashion of a role on the defensive line. He was just quoted yesterday, I believe it was, saying that his biggest attribute is that he can play over the ball as a D tackle or on the edge and help, in the Joey Bosa absence. Bosa didn't play much of the interior defensive line, but just to give these guys some breaks, whether it's Deion Walker or Daquan Jones or even Epinesa and Russo on the outside, on the edge. Thankfully, Epinesa is a full go as well. But Morgan Fox is obviously more, I think, of just a relieve some guys for a few snaps here and there, get their energy back up so we can hopefully go pressure Joe Burrow today. The Bengals give up as much pressure on their quarterback as anybody, their offensive line, throughout this year. As a matter of fact, we're going to try to pull up a QB pressure rate is 27th in the league, and their total time to throw is 2.81 seconds, which is 29th in the league. So only two teams give their quarterback a lesser amount of time. So that's not their highest positive on the Bengals side of the football, is keeping their quarterback clean. So Morgan Fox, I'm hoping he can at least be serviceable this weekend. Serviceable. Yeah. Balin Spector, I don't even know. Maybe he's coming onto the active squad more so as a fill-in role as well, or maybe as an edge rusher type. We went without him last week, even though Bernard did not play last week also, and he's not playing again. But this is a little bit different style defense. Yes, stop the run for sure, but I don't know that I think we're going to be more in the nickel coverage, like you said earlier, with a pass coverage.
I didn't say that on camera.
Oh, well, you told me that earlier. So explain what you were saying earlier, and then we got to wrap this. Yeah.
They have a weak nickel zone and just a weak zone overall.
Oh, the Bengals do. Yeah. But I was talking about us.
Oh, us?
Being that T. Higgins is now playing, we're going to have
pretty
to.
Strong nickel defense, I think.
Yeah, I mean, our statistically, our defensive backfield is number one in the NFL.
Yeah.
Statistically, number one in the NFL. And what makes him even better is if we run the football and we have 42 minutes of possession like we did last week against the Steelers.
Yeah.
That makes any defensive backfield better. But I think that today's game plan will probably not be 7-8 man boxes. It'll be more nickel and possibly even some dime because of the clearing of protocol from the Buffalo Bills. I'm sorry, T. Higgins. T. Higgins is playing. James coming in. We got to get going. We're about to get screamed at by the entire family. Like we said, we have a birthday party to get to. Who schedules a birthday party on a Sunday in the fall during football season or the winter? Well, we can't yell at her because that's my 90-year-old grandmother, his great-grandmother, and the little guy behind me is great-grandmother. So it's very important for us to make that. So we got to get going, but appreciate all of you Thank you. Please give us a like, give us a subscribe. We just started this thing, Cold Front Buffalo. We'll be back with you shortly.
Go Bills.
Go Bills, Cold Front Mafia. Subscribe here. We'll talk to you guys later. See you.